I'm going to declare to you tonight, the Black Hebrew Israelites will be the biggest black radical organization on the face of this earth.
You already know what time it is. Isupk 46th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana.
Because these records make black men mighty again. These records make black men fearless again. These records make black men love, and when I say black, I mean all the tribes.
Right.
Love one another again. And brother, Christ died that we love one another.
Right.
We be brothers to the death.
Right.
This brotherhood is the real power to break the white man.
Right.
And brother, we shall do it.
You hear me? It's the Passover 2015. New York City, Harlem. They was there to cook out. They saw the loyalty. They seen the brotherhood. Now all blacks, all Hispanics, all Native Indians come get down and serve the Lord at the 46th annual Passover with the UPK. And we remember where the Lord destroyed our enemies. April 2nd, Harlem. We gonna get it in, you understand? For the Most High and Christ. Once again, 2015, April 2nd, Passover, New York City. Get with it and get lost.
Shalom. This is Officer Kapash and Officer Isupk under Commander General Yohana at Indianapolis, Indiana, from the Isupk 1 West 125th Street, 1969. If you got questions or want counsel, call 773-812-7281. We got online classes Tuesday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Follow us on Twitter, Isupk. Go to our website, isupk.com. Today we're going to talk about what makes you a slave to the white man. Man, what makes you a slave to the white man? Well, the physical chains of slavery is off of us. So why we got Uncle Toms and Coons and people that love the white man so much that they scared to, that they don't even say nothing for their people? Like Michael Jordan, like Steve Harvey. Men that have a voice in America, that have power, that have influence, but yet choose not to use their influence to positively affect their people. Instead, they choose to ignore their people. They choose to love the white man and not do nothing that will ruffle his feathers, as show love for their own people. Go to Leviticus chapter 26, verse 17.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
This is the Most High. We the best. We the best at fighting. We the best at technology. We the best at everything. But yet, we going to be slain before our enemies. We're going to lose. We faster, we stronger, but we still lose. Why? Keep reading.
They that hate you shall reign over you.
Because we disobeyed the Most High. And they that hate us shall reign over us. The white man hates you. The white man doesn't want you to succeed. He doesn't want you to prosper. He doesn't want you to beat him. He doesn't want you to look better than him. He wants to belittle you. That's a tactic, a psychological tactic. Something's wrong with me, so instead of me being looked at as something wrong with me, I'm going to point out what's wrong with you. And everybody focusing on you, don't nobody see me. Everybody focusing on the black man and what he does wrong and what he, the downfalls he done had or whatnot, or that are put on him, the troubles that are put on him. Nobody sees the white man's what he's doing. Nobody's looking at his evil because it's a tactic. I'm making everything focus on you, so don't nobody focus on me. That's what the white man does. He put all the focus on us, that we are wrong, we're evil, we're criminals. When in actuality, he's wrong. He was wrong for slavery. He was wrong for putting us in these prisons and enslaving us. And all the crimes that he done against us. But he tries to put it on us so we don't see it. He hates us. Go to Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
We're going to look at Michael Jordan. Let's focus on him. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA championships. got these shoes in his name that everybody wears across the globe, across the world. You got Chinese people buying Jordans. All over the world, they buying these Jordan shoes. Michael Jordan, the greatest, so-called greatest basketball player that ever played a game. He don't ever speak positively towards his people. Why is that? You never heard him once say, I feel like we should uplift the black community. Or, I don't like how it's a lot of black-on-black murders. I don't like how young teenagers are killing each other over my shoes. Why? He don't ever say nothing like that. I watched an interview with him, and all he could talk about, and all he thought about as he's 50 years old and he sits back in his big mansion with his millions and plays golf and contemplates his life and career, was how he could have won another championship. He could have won another championship. They could have had one more go. They could have did like this in the game. Could have did like that in the game. He's so focused on how he can, the 1,000 different ways he can put the ball in the hoop for the white man, that he don't give a damn about his people. He's not saying a damn word towards positively affecting his people. He's not saying nothing. Think about Michael Jordan. All he had to do a couple of his interviews is when they say, what makes your key to success? He could just say, man, I feel like my community was the key to my success. I feel like our athletes should uplift our community. All he had to do was say something just like that. And all these other athletes that look up to Michael Jordan, that look up to his interviews and watch how he says he's so competitive and wants to win so bad, now they get that same spirit because he's the greatest and they want to follow after him. They would all say, well, we got to at least a little bit help our community. They would add that in there. Think of all these NBA players and NFL players thought and put at least 10% of their time and money and say, well, we at least need to help our communities that we came from, that we are products of. The only reason y'all good at them sports is because the stock of people you from. The fact that you are Israelite. So the fact you turn your back on the Israelites, the only reason you successful is because you're black, you're Hispanic and Native American. That blood that runs through your veins is disgusting. It's disgusting and it's a shame. And it's why the Lord says, is Israel a homeborn slave? Are you so much of a slave that you won't speak up for your people? That you won't speak up for your people at all? Say nothing? While you sit back 50 years old in a mansion, watching the news, contemplating, thinking about your career? All you care about and give a damn about is how more ways you could have put the ball in the hoop for the dang white man. You don't care about nothing else? The 2 million black men in prison? The babies getting killed? The women killing their children? Out here in the streets because of stress and the hell of America? You don't give a damn about that? Not to even mention it? Or hint at it? Because you know the white man doesn't approve? And that's not what the white man would approve of? God dang, damn the white man. Go to Jeremiah 16, chapter 16, verse 10.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 10. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words.
We're going to show the people these words, that why we run down, why we killing each other, everything like that. Keep reading.
And they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us?
Why all this evil happening to us? Keep reading.
Or what is our iniquity?
What is our iniquity? Keep reading.
Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God?
What is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans' sins? Our leaders, man. Our leaders are weak and spineless. No testicular fortitude. No balls. Michael Jordan's supposed to use his voice for good. He's supposed to say, black people, stop killing each other. Stop having I wish black people had stopped having so many murders. Stop shooting each other over my shoes. I wish black people would come together a little more. He's supposed to use his voice for good. Our leaders are supposed to use their voice and their influence and their power for good, to speak up for what's right in the earth. But they do not. They do not speak about what's right. When the chance they do have to speak up, they say things like Steve Harvey said, that he don't even care about slavery. That's not something that's on his mind, something that he thought about, something that matters to him. Nothing. That's what they say. Or they say absolutely nothing, like Michael Jordan, which is the same thing as saying something. Because what Michael Jordan is really saying is, I'm not going to say nothing against what the white man approves of. The white man don't approve of black unity. That's why he wanted integration. Because he know black people coming together is bad for him. Crispus Attucks, all black. It was an all black integrated segregated school here in Indianapolis. With Oscar Robertson was winning basketball state championships back to back to back. The only black school. The white man seen that and said, "Them blacks can't be together. They win. They too good. They gonna beat us at everything. We gotta separate them." And that's the clue to win this battle. We gotta come together. Go to the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 12. But Michael Jordan don't say nothing about that. How come he don't ever say come together? Or black people should support each other some more? I wish all he can do is say, man, I wish our people come together a little more and more unity. How much power them words will take, will resonate throughout the nation. The other black superstars will look at that as a beacon for things that they already think about, that they already would like to do, but they'll never have nobody supporting them in that. Like Marshawn Lynch wanted to go back to the ghetto they come from to have a function to support the Boys and Girls Clubs there, to give turkeys, give food to the black communities. More voices like him. More other athletes will speak up for things like that and do things like that for our community, which are what they're supposed to do. But looking up to men like Michael Jordan, a disgusting man who sits in his big mansion and looks around at the plight and destruction of his people and says nothing, and goes to the golf course and changes the channel and acts like it doesn't matter.
Daniel, chapter Daniel, 9 verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he hath spake against us, and against our judges, that judge us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Under the whole heaven, there's never nothing been happened to the people that didn't happen to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The death, the destruction, and the chaos that didn't happen to us. I mean, if you worth anything, you should be helping the downtrodden. The most downtrodden people on the face of the earth is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And you don't care about them, you don't care to help them, support them at all, you're disgusting for that. Oprah, Michael Jordan, Steve Harvey, you're disgusting for that. To see the most downtrodden people, because Michael Jordan, he understands qualities like leadership and teamwork. In his interviews, he talks about that. Leadership and teamwork and sending a message. I want to send a message to this other team that we're going to put the ball in the hoop more times than they can ever dream and imagine. That's what the hell he thinks about. He understands, though, sending a message. So he definitely understands the fact that he's not saying nothing for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He understands the power behind that. That go with the program, go with the white man's program. Nothing in the white man's program says go back to the ghetto and help the ghetto. On the contrary, his whole program is to get out the ghetto and go and live in his neighborhood and uplift his communities. You're supposed to uplift your own communities that you grew up in, poor and ghetto and the downtrodden, man. Because ain't nothing happened as bad to anybody as that happened to us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And that's in the scriptures. Go to Ezra chapter 9, verse 12.
Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. Now, therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons.
We're not supposed to interrace with them, intermix with them, as in marriage and sex. Keep reading. Other nations, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, are not supposed to be with nobody else but other blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace.
Nor seek their peace. Man, we go on these jobs. Man, you the commodity. You working them jobs, you don't have to love the white man and suck up to him and go to his parties and go be with him and show him extra love and extra attention and go celebrate his holidays and live his lifestyle. You don't have to do that. You can go ahead and make that money as a worker and go home and support your people. Michael Jordan is such a slave that he doesn't even want to do that. To help his people even an ounce, a little bit, to speak up for his people. As he sits in a big mansion with millions of dollars. You keep reading.
all their wealth forever.
You ain't even supposed to seek their wealth, man. Don't try to be like the white man, man. Trying to get his cars and get his lifestyle. You need to be uplifting your people. Keep reading.
That ye may be strong.
And this is gonna make you strong, because you're gonna have your people having your back. Your people, y'all, we're gonna support each other, and we're gonna be strong. Read.
And eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. And after all that is come upon us for our evil deeds and our great trespass, seeing that thou, our God, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve.
The Lord, He gave us mercy for all these wrong things we did. We did but all these evil things that didn't happen to us. Keep reading.
And has given us such deliverance as this.
And He gave us deliverance through all these things, man. There's nations that didn't even survive slavery underneath other nations. They were wiped out totally. Keep reading.
Should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the people of these abominations?
With these other nations, man. We're going to make it even worse. You can't stand in front of the Lord loving the white man and thinking about the white man and seeing if his people and his nation, his kids are okay. You can't stand in front of the Lord as a black, Hispanic, and Native American and have that spirit on you. It's disgusting. Alright? Michael Jordan is disgusting. Oprah is disgusting. Steve Harvey is disgusting. They don't speak up for our people, for our nation. And they the rich and powerful and voice and influential of our nation. And they will not be no more, because the Lord is going to take them out and put the ISUPK, Commander General Yohana, as the voice and the power in the black, Hispanic, and Native American community, because ISUPK deserves it. Commander General Yohana deserves it. Michael Jordan does not. He does not deserve the influence that he has for putting a ball in the hoop for the white man 300 different ways. 1,000 different times. That is not great. That is not honorable. What's great and honorable is what the men of the ISUPK and Commander General Yohana do on a daily basis. Uplift and support their people and be the strength of the black, Hispanic, and Native American community. The ISUPK is the strength, is the voice, and will be the greatest power on this earth for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. My name is Officer Gapash. This is Officer Yawasop under the ISUPK, Commander General Yohana. If you got questions or want counsel, call 773-812-7281. 10% of all the money you earn goes to the ISUPK. Paid through the PayPal. The radio show, 718-506-1384. Commander General Yohana every Monday night, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. You can watch it at isupk.com. Live streamed as well through YouTube. Alright, follow us on Twitter and on Facebook, and go to our website, isupk.com. Shalom.
You hear me? It's the Passover 2015, New York City, Harlem. They was there to cook out and show the loyalty. They seen the brotherhood. Now all blacks, all Hispanics, all Native Indians, come get down and serve the Lord at the 46th annual Passover with the UPK. And we remember where the Lord destroyed our enemies. April 2nd, Harlem. We gonna get it in, you understand? For the Most High and Christ. Once again, 2015, April 2nd, Passover, New York City. Get with it or get lost.